Welcome back to Your Darts. Please join me, let's learn some more dart checkouts. We are continuing on this journey of learning these dart checkouts in the style of top trumps, so you can either play with a friend or you can just print these out. They're in the description box below and they can just be reference cards. Okay, so 157, when we have a big number like this, it really is easy to see it. Don't be daunted by it. Literally, if you do my process, so what is the first dart? Okay, this is part of the game, but it's also how to maybe think about it as well when we're practicing these numbers or throwing for them. So the first dart and the golden 44 number. Okay, so I am throwing treble 20, and now whenever we throw a treble 20, the rule of 40 comes into play. That's what I kind of christened it. So essentially, just visualize 40 onto the last two digits. It works with any 3-digit number. Okay, so 40 onto 57, and you have your 2-dart finish here, what you need to go for with your 2 darts. Okay, that's why learning the golden 44, the essential 2-dart finishes, are so important in this game. Okay, if you get this right, you get 2 points. What is the second dart? So we've hit our treble 20, we have left 97. Now you just need to know how to take out 97. The 2-dart finish for 97 is treble 19, because that's 57, and you need the 40 to make it 97. So it's treble 19. Of course, you can state your double here for double 20, and you get a point for each. Now, what is the miss rule? The miss rule is something I call, when we're going for a treble of any treble, we will hit the big number more times than we hit the treble, and I call that the miss rule. Now, of course, you can hit anything, but come on, we can't practice for everything. So you just practice so you know what it's going to be when you hit the treble, and put it also as much effort into understanding what the answer will be if you hit the big number, and that doesn't stop your flow then. Okay, so what is the miss rule on the second dart? So we are going for treble 19, we miss treble 19 and hit big 19, it leaves 78. If you get that right, you get a point, but then if you know how to take out 78, which is treble 18 for double 12, you get a second point there. Any alternate finishes? So there's no alternate finish on the 97. I only know one way to take out 97. But 157, if you love the 19s, yep, you can go the 19s route. So, and it's quite easy to see, to be fair, because it's number it's 157 and treble 19 is 57. So really, if we hit treble 19, then we're left with 100, and that's treble 20, double 20. But like any time you're throwing at treble 19, you don't add 40 on like we did for treble 20, you add 43. Okay, so just an additional point there. So you get that right, you get a point. That's number 157. On to another big number, 142. What is the first dart and the golden 44 number? So I'm visualizing 40 straight away, and I know it's going to leave me 82. Then you take out 82 however you know 82. Okay, however you're comfortable. But I've just shown you the treble way. Well, I've given you an alternate one as well. But the second dart, this is a good way to go for it. Treble 14. Okay, which is 42, and then you need another 40 to make it 82, so it would be double 20, and you get a point for both of those. Now, what is the miss rule? So we've gone for, we've hit the treble, we've left 82, we're going for treble 14. If we miss the treble 14, hit the big 14, this is where this miss rule on the second dart comes in, we are left with 68. Now, how do you take out 68? And again, this is just practice. Of course, you've only got one dart left here, so you take that out however you want to do that. But I mean, let's just practice how many ways we know how to take out 68. So treble 18, double 7, you would go that way if you had 2 darts left. Okay, treble 18, double 7. I know double 7 is a bit of a rubbish double, but we go that way because if the miss rule helps to determine that. We miss that treble 18, hit the big 18, it leaves 50. So you go for bullseye, or you set up your favorite double. Okay, but it just gives you that way out. Okay, another one is treble 16, which is 48 for double 10, which is 68. So you get those right, you get 3 points. Okay, you get 3 points. Any alternate finishes? Yep, if you love the 19s, you can go that way. So treble 19, of course, we're adding 3 more on. We're not adding 40 onto the last 2 digits. We're adding 43. But I always advise, just think about adding 40 on, so it will be 82. Just the same process as we did for this first part up here. So it would be 82, and then add that 3 more on, because it's dead easy to do that, and it reveals 85. So it would be treble 19, leaving 85, and then you take out your 85. Treble 15, double 20 is quite a good way to do it. Okay, another alternate on the 85, you can go treble 19 for double 14. And then another alternate finish here for on 82, which is very common. A lot of people will go this way. I like to go this way as well. I just wanted to just kind of make sure everyone knows this treble 14 double 20 route, okay? But it bullseye double 16, why not? And if you hit that 25, it would leave 57, okay? So you get 3 points if you get that right. That's number 142. So we are racing through these numbers now. Number 130, the first dart. Quickly add your 40 on. Easy to see it. So you add in treble 20. So it's the first dart's treble 20 and it reveals 70. And you get 2 points rather if you get that right. Now how do you take out 70? And there's a few ways to do that. But treble 20 double 5 is how you'd go if you had 2 darts. Simply because if you miss the treble 20 and hit the big 20, it leaves you that bullseye. Okay. Bullseye finish, rock star. Okay, so what is the missed rule on the second dart? So we have gone for treble 20 when we're aiming for 70. Okay, up here. All right, let's just change my color. So we've got 70. We're going for treble 20. We missed treble 20, hit 20. Just take 20 off that, and it leaves us 50. Just what I mentioned, it would leave you bullseye. So how do you take out bullseye? You can directly throw out bullseye if you want to. Or the other ways to do it is single 18 for double 16. Treble 10 rather, double 10 is what I like to do, because if I miss that treble 10 and hit the big 10, it leaves me 40. And double 20s and double 10s are my favourite doubles. Or single 14, double 18. That should cover most ways there. And you get 5 points, of course, we got those points there as well. And the alternate finishes, yeah, you can go the 19s if you really love the 19s. Similar to what we've done, let's just keep practicing. Practice makes perfect. So we don't add 40 on, we add 43. But like I always say, see this as adding 40 on, so it would be 70, and it's easy to see it's going to be 73, isn't it? The treble 19 leaving 73, then you would just take out 73. And of course, if you know your 2 dart finishes, treble 19 double 8 is 73. Okay, if you hit the big 19, it will leave 54. Other ways to take out 70. I quite like this one as well, even though this is my preferred one, treble 10 double 20, because I'm a tops guy. But a lot of people go treble 18 for double 8, and that's also 70. And you get 3 points there. So that's number 130. And to the last number of the day, quite a quick one, number 114. Same process though, we're adding 40 onto 14. And it leaves you 54. So it's treble 20, leaving 54. That's a good way to look at it. Second dart, well, you just take out 54. So single 14 for double 20. Why not? Get a point for both of those. Can you go the 19s route in this? Well, of course you can. You know, we're just not going to add 40 onto 14. We're going to add 43 onto 14. Okay. So I always say add 40 on. So 54, add 3 more on. Treble 19, leaving 57. Then you take out your 57, which is single 17 for double 20. Other ways to take out 57. Now this is risky, but I know people who do this. So if you absolutely hit the top of the board and you're really strong on the 16s and you have 57, okay, you can go 25. So you aim for that center of the board. Be careful that not hit that bullseye, believe it or not. But if you do that, you would leave 7 points. So you'd have to split that. But 25, and you should hit 25 probably more times than you hit that bullseye. And you get 25 double 16. So that does add up to 57. So you can do that. Another alternate finish for 54 is single 18, double 18. Okay, so 3 18s are 54. So you get 3 points for that if you know those. Okay, so that's number 114. So I hope you're doing well with these. I hope if you've been watching, if you're a bit of an OG watcher and watched me from the beginning and you've been kind of doing a bit of homework, what I advise you, some of these hopefully will start to become easy, which means it's good. It means it's going in. It means you're going to know your finishers. So when you're playing, you know, you're going to be a lot more confident, I think, or calling your finishers. Okay, it's another thing to hit them, of course, but what can you do? You keep practicing on this wonderful game of darts. Thanks so much for watching. Take care for now.